Superman's First Flight by Michael Jan Friedman, illustrated by Dean Moulder. Published by Scholastics Incorporated. Superman is the greatest hero in the world. Wherever he goes, people look up to him. But it wasn't always that way. As a boy named Clark Kent, he didn't have many friends. He was often alone. Clark felt different in a way he couldn't explain. One day, as he was walking home from school, Clark heard a loud screeching sound, but he couldn't see where it was coming from. Then suddenly he could. Clark didn't think, he just started running. He hadn't gotten far before he was moving faster than a speeding automobile. To his surprise, he could clear tall houses with a single jump. Somehow he had become strong enough to tear metal with his bare hands. Clark didn't pay any attention to the flames. He just reacted. Everyone was amazed that Clark hadn't been burned in the awful explosion, but Clark was most amazed of all. He was scared too, very scared. After all, he didn't know what kind of strange creature he had become. That night, at his family's farmhouse, Clark told his mother and father what had happened to him. "I'm afraid," he said. "I ripped the door off a van without even thinking about it, and the fire never seemed to touch my skin." "I always felt I was different," said Clark, "even before you told me I was adopted. But how is it possible that I can do these things?" Clark's parents took him out to the farm's big utility shed. There they showed him something covered with an old piece of canvas. "This is a spaceship that brought you to Earth when you were a baby," said Clark's father. "Brought me to Earth?" Clark repeated. His throat was very dry all of a sudden. What his father said sounded crazy. How could he have come from another planet? Suddenly, two people in strange clothes appeared, but they weren't real people. They were just light projections. They were images of Jor-El and Laura, his birth father and mother. "You're not from Earth, son," they said. "You're from the planet Krypton. That's why you can do things that human beings can't." Clark refused to believe what he had heard. He ran and ran. Clark ran so hard he didn't realize how fast he was going. Before he knew it, he came to a creek. Startled, he decided to leap over it. Then, something happened. To his amazement, Clark found himself flying, just like a bird. Suddenly, he wasn't scared anymore. In fact, he was delighted. "Look," he called to the Kents. "Ma, Pa, I can fly." "It's good to be different," said Clark's mother. "Being different can also mean being special." "Of course," Clark's father added. "You've always been special to us, son." Before long, Clark became special to a lot of people, especially in the city of Metropolis. That's where he became known as the one and only Superman. He's still different, of course, but now he wouldn't want it any other way.